perspectives about the same thing, whether it's what to do in the fall or places to go or why these are the best things to do or the time of day to do it. There's so many things that you can share. Even if you're posting about the same thing, you can share it from different perspectives. Number 4, engage for engagement. You've got to be engaging with people. They're literally giving you information about their life they want to be engaged with. So engage with people every single day. And then number 5 is the goal is to start conversations. You've got to have the conversations in your DMs. And that's just going to actually help convert things to sales. So does anybody have any questions or wins on social media or questions about how to do things or I guess questions for me about how to make their content better, how to come up with ideas, more accounts to follow or anything like that? See, Mitchell, just jump in here. I don't know how to add people in when they raise their hands. So just unmute yourself and jump in. Did you have a question?
Not a question, but a comment on how if you're looking to post proof of success, but you don't have a lot of you're kind of a newer agent, you don't have a lot of proof on social media or things like that, show your proof of effort as well. So people are seeing that you're working hard, showing that you're going to work hard for them. Like I just called like 100, 200, 500 people today. I just knocked 50 doors, stuff like that.
Hell yeah, that's amazing. 50 doors. That's awesome. And honestly, the thing to remember too is it's not a one-time thing. I feel like people door knock once and they're like, oh, I didn't get a deal. Or people do one open house and they're like, oh, I didn't get a deal from it. It's like, it takes consistency. Just like social media takes consistency. You're not going to post one thing and suddenly build a big brand for yourself. Even for me, like you're only as good as your last couple of videos. So you have to be consistent with it and it's going to build and grow over time, whether it's door knocking or having conversations, it's just being consistent with it. And, you have to put in the work to make money, right? So you've got to keep doing it. And it's not a one-time thing that you post once. Oh, I didn't go viral. I didn't get a deal from it. I knocked doors for one day. I didn't get a deal from it. It's, if you're putting in the work, I even believe if you're putting that out there to the universe, everything you're taking into your brain, everything you're putting out into the universe, you're going to get rewarded and it compounds over time. So also as far as proof of success, it doesn't even have to be your own proof of success in your business. I don't do a lot of that. I do it sometimes. I'll sprinkle it in there, but nobody wants somebody that's just bragging about themselves constantly. So a great proof of success, if you are selling, would be, hey, how I got this home sold in this amount of days, or how we got this many views on this home in the first week, or how we got so and so many people through our open house. It can just be simple things on how you did it, because that's going to be better than, oh, look what I did. I just sold this home. Like nobody cares. It's good to sprinkle a little bit of that in there. So people are like, oh, they're legit. They're actually selling homes. But proof of success can also be, hey, look what this person did. They bought this house as an investment property. They only put this much down. They depreciated it. And proof of success can be what somebody else is doing as a buyer or as a seller. Like what you did. Like, hey, I bought this home in this year. This is how much I put down. This is how much it's worth now. This is why selling real estate is the best way to build long-term wealth. If you want to know how much your home is worth today, send me a DM. I'd love to give you a free market analysis or something like that. So it can be proof of your own success, what other people are doing in real estate, how someone else made money in real estate through buying or selling. So you can just use success with the real estate industry in general, not just what you're selling. I feel like that works just as well. So I love that.
Hey, Mitchell, quick comment here. Awesome knocking doors. Congrats on that. The second thing is we have a massive team and it's hard to brag about yourself, but it's really easy to brag about your friends. And so like if somebody on the team goes out there and they list a home and they sell it quickly, you can say, hey, look at my friend that's part of this team. We sold this home for $2 million or whatever it may be. Like leverage the team. We don't care. Leverage us. Utilize us. Like collapse. So and then just a quick comment too, like this is how I built my social media. I had like 300 followers. And so you can have the greatest content in the world, but if you don't have a lot of followers, it's not going to get out to a lot of people. So some strategies of doing it, if you look at a lot of my social media, a lot of it's collaborations with other people, investors, people that are crushing the game. You'll build a massive social media following. The second, when somebody asks for my phone number, I say, hey, what's your Instagram? And then they'll go to my Instagram, and then naturally, I'll be like, send me a message on Instagram. They'll naturally follow me when I ask them to do that. Hey, oh, yeah, you need something? Hey, send me a message on Instagram. automatically they're going to follow you. You're going to pick up followers just like that. You have to get to 1,000 people. As soon as you get to 1,000, then you've got that social proof that you're okay, that if you only have a couple hundred, it's because you're not working it. So that would be my hack for you, is don't give people your phone numbers. Just say, oh, yeah, you need something. Here, go to my Instagram, send me a message there. Don't ask for a follow. Just do that, and they'll naturally follow you. So if you just do those little things and get to 1,000 followers, and then do lots of collaborations, your social media is going to grow. And then, like Paige is talking about, being dialed in with your content and your message and who you're going after is going to be a game changer for y'all.
It's so much easier to stay in touch with people if you get them to follow you. So I love that. Like anytime I meet somebody new, I'm like, oh, what's your social? I'll go follow them. And then I can, even if they don't follow you back right away, when you're engaging on their stuff, like I just have this big account, the Leroy's, they like have a huge YouTube following. Like, I'm like, if they're not buying or selling real estate right now, but I'm like, oh, they have a large following. I've met them once. I followed them. They didn't follow me back, but I'm constantly engaging on their stuff. I'm responding to their stories, and then they ended up following me back. So the more you can engage with people, like I said, the people that are putting stuff out there, they want you to engage with it. That's the best way to stay in front of them and keep the conversation going, because they're literally handing it to you on a silver platter. Like, hey, this is something I want attention for. I'm putting it out there. I want comments. I want likes. I want DMs. And so it's the easiest way to stay in front of people. If you just get their number, like, unless you're really in and working your CRM, which everybody should be doing. But for me, like, I'm busy. I let that fall through the cracks. The best way to stay in front of people is to be commenting on the stuff that they're basically telling you, hey, I would like you to like this. I would like you to comment on this. I want attention on this post. The best way to stay in front of people, I feel like, is to engage on their content. And also, to Scott's point, use our group to fake it till you make it, honestly. Like, you can post any of my listings, anyone in here, like Scott's, mine, Maylee's, any of our stuff. You can even post it as your own. Like, all you have to put is Real Broker on there. Say, hey, this is the newest listing our group just brought to the market. Check out this feature of it. This is why I love it. Like, people aren't going to know. People are just going to think that you're part of the group and it's your listing. So the more that you can utilize our stuff, like, you're a part of this group, our stuff is your stuff. Use it as your own. I don't even care. You don't even have to tag me. Fake it till you make it. Use it to legitimize yourself. Let's see. Does anybody have any other questions, comments on social, how to get deals from social, how to create content, the best ways to do it, stuff to use? What's up, Eduardo?
So I'm not super crazy on social, but like my first year in real estate, biggest thing was I only got two deals my first year. I didn't have a really good mentor. I got it a lot by talking. So I documented my journey from going to Bridgerland and getting my license to Stringham schools where I was doing the education. The second year was the buildup of the first year of social media. I get people commenting on stories all the time. I look and see who's consistently following, and I will start to reach out. So keep an eye on your stories. That's how I got the listing. Me and Missy are under contract, and that's how I've gotten buyers, is just talking about what I'm doing. If you guys are struggling with content, I struggle with it. I'm not a cutesy person. I don't know. I'm not creative. I document like Gary Vaynerchuk does. Just document what you're doing, and you will start getting people to ask. If people aren't following or reaching out, you reach out. That's what I do.
100%. I feel like the universe rewards effort. Like, the more effort you put into something, people appreciate that too. If people see you hustling and putting stuff out there, the more effort you put into something, the more you're going to be rewarded. People are like, when I first started doing it, I was faking it till I was making it too. Like, I was posting listings of the week that weren't even my listings. I was just highlighting other listings. People were like, oh, this is cool. I want to see what listings are out there. I don't want to miss anything. So people were following me for that kind of stuff. And they weren't even my listings, and people were rewarding me for putting the effort in. I was showing up every single day, Monday through Friday. And I had people that I hadn't even talked to, or I wasn't calling, referring stuff to me because they were like, oh, this girl's putting in the work. She's showing up every single day. The universe rewards effort. It's just bricks, like building brick by brick every single day. The more you can show up and put the work in, you're going to build something awesome. It's just a matter of being consistent with it. Let's see here. Jeremy, did you want to say that on the group? I feel like a lot of people missed that. What's in the chat, in your comment here about door knocking?
Thing I've been doing recently is like when I'm out door knocking, they say, hey, do you have a card? Like actually a lot of people just follow me on Instagram, and I post a ton about like the local area and what's happening the next couple of weeks. And so I have them go grab their phone and they pull up Instagram and we just follow each other right there. That way it's like it's a daily touch. Like I don't even have to reach out to them. They're just watching my stuff daily.
And it's way easier. Like people are kind of wary about giving you their phone number. Like even though most agents aren't going to like blow them up constantly, they're kind of like, oh, my phone number, like, am I going to get blown up all the time? Do I want to give it to this guy? But a follow on Instagram is super easy. I feel like it's so much easier to be like, oh, what's your Instagram? I'll go follow you and I'll send you some of the, best tips on there. Or I share a lot of good real estate on there, off market stuff. So it's just an easy way that it makes people less defensive is just to follow them on Instagram. And then even if they don't follow you back right away, just engaging with their stuff until they do, and they will eventually. So, Scott, if anybody has anything else in closing, but our goal for to this week, 1 post a week, something local. It's the best time to be posting stuff about local things in your area, what to do in the fall, the best places to go to get fall or Halloween decor, what to do for Halloween, the best haunted houses to take your kids, the best fall hikes, the best fall drives, what are different activities going on at Halloween, the best things in your area to do for Halloween or in October. There's so much content you can post right now. So that's your challenge for the week. Something helpful, adding value on social media. And if you make it and you want to make it better, send it to me and I'll help you make it even better.
I had a question. So would you say certain times of the day to put the post? Like maybe 11 o'clock or just any time?
So you can look on your back end on social media. It'll tell you when most of your followers are active and online. But honestly, I don't really do that because it will stay up for a few days. So it'll show up on people's feed. But if you have a smaller account, then it might be good to look at when your followers are on. You can just go to if you have a business page, you can just go to your profile and click on professional dashboard, and it'll tell you when are the most people on. You click on your followers on there. When are people on? What time are they on? And that's probably the best time to post, especially if you have a smaller account, because you're going to get the most engagement that way if most of your followers time. What's up, Mitchell?
I don't know. Do you have anything else to say about brand and maybe an example of one and how to build that and tie it to yourself?
Like an example of somebody else who's doing branding, right? For me, brand is just being authentic and creating. For me, now I have my branding dialed. I have my same fonts I use, my same colors I use, and like the type of content I have, like my different pillars and how I put it out there. So for me, brand is just showing up as yourself, being as authentic as you can, and then being pretty consistent with your content pillars and what you're putting out there. But as far as brand, that guy that I gave you an example of is great, where he doesn't have this like crazy professional looking content, but his brand is just giving straight valuable information, but he's showing up doing talking head videos every single day. And you know the exact type of content that you get when you go to your page, when his stuff pops up, it's consistent. You know the exact type of content you're going to get. And my page, I'm giving a certain type of content, but I have a certain look to it all. Sharon's is great. Sharon has like 3 things he posts about: helping other agents, investing, and like business stuff. So real estate, helping other agents, and like helping people with business stuff. So you know what you're going to get when a Sharon post shows up on your feed. Brad McCallum is great. Like his listing videos are all the same type of listing videos. Like, you know what you're going to get. It's consistent on YouTube, on social media, on TikTok, and YouTube. You guys, Mitchell, you're doing a great job with this, but you guys should be posting on every single platform. If you're making the videos already, you might as well post it as a YouTube short, as a TikTok, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. Like, you might as well be posting it on these different platforms if you're taking the time to make it, because you never know what's going to hit. Something could hit on one platform, doesn't hit as well on another. And you might as well be building your brand across these different platforms when you're putting in the work to make the content anyways. But Mitchell, I'll send you a couple of good brands that I like too to follow that are some of my favorite follows in the industry. Katie Day, who's with Real, is another great example. Like, she wears the same type of stuff consistently. She's not like this bougie looking person, but I feel like she just shows up consistently every single day. You tell her style. She loves Nike shoes. She'll post about that. She'll sprinkle in her personality. She's a great one to follow as well as far as building a brand. There's another one too. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll text it to you. She's awesome. She just does a ton of like good behind the scenes and great content. So we're a little over, like 6 minutes over, but what's up, Tana?
Tana.
Tana. I always do that. I'm just gonna call you. I'm just gonna call you. You know, I'm just gonna make up a nickname for you at this
Tana,
point. Tana.
Tana Banana.
Tana.
I think another thing too about branding is it's really good to have someone that you are talking to. Like, who do you want to represent? If you figure out who you want to represent, who your avatar is, that helps you to brand, because then you can help, okay, I want these colors, I want this font, because how do you want to dress? How do you want to come across? You have to really know who you want your client to be. So that kind of helps you in your branding, I feel.
100%. Like, you can, even if it's one specific client, like if you have somebody that's successful or buys or sells a lot of real estate or is in the luxury real estate, you know, just think of every content you're making for that one specific person. Like, I have somebody in mind right now, but I'm like, oh, if this person saw this post, what would they think? I'm going to make content to add value to this one specific person. What would they want to see? You can literally have one actual person in mind, not even just an avatar client who you make up in your mind. You can literally think of one specific person, be like, oh, this is the person I want to make the content for, and make content directly geared towards one person. I love that. All right, guys. Well, I'm excited to see your content this week. Tag me in it. Let's discuss it next week, and we'll get some wins, what worked for everybody. And let's kill it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Like I said, reach out to me directly. I want to help. I want you guys to all freaking crush it. So reach out to any of us in the group directly. Text me, call me. I want to help. And let's crush it this week.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Paige.
See ya.